last video, I talked about disciplehood. Disciplehood is an opportunity given to very few. Because it's like there's so much of gold under the earth. It's an opportunity in a lifetime for a gold to be dug, picked up by gold people who farm the gold, taken up to a guy who designs the jewelry, and then they look beautiful. Isn't this the journey of gold? That's the life. That's the journey one takes. That's the path one takes towards disciplehood. Disciplehood is a fragrance. Disciplehood is just a fragrance. If a true disciple walks, they completely exhibit the aroma of being a disciplehood. In India we call the word as shy. Shy with an arrogance. Shy with that blissful feel inside. Lajja it is called. In Indian texts, in Indian word, we call it lajja. Lajja means, under the ground of lajja, you can see respect, you can see devotion, you can see faith, you can see experience, you can feel journey, you can see path. In India, when someone misbehaves, we say, don't you have little lajja in your soul? That's the power. And today we are going to talk about disciplehood. And if you hear me for long, you will try to get me what exactly he's trying to say. But my problem is, I just say what I have to say for the day. Even if, my producers would say, you should say, register, you would say, please every time you have to say that, what do they call it? Whatever, the red button, that you should, click on that and whatever. For me, I don't care. They hate me for this, but I'm not selling something. Till I exist, I'll speak the truth. It's like when in the olden days you used to have wells. Well, and there used to be a pulley and a rope to pull. Now in the well, there used to be beautiful fish. There used to be fish. It was the joy of the fish to walk into the bucket. Don't you can catch them? That's disciplehood. Ability to surrender, ability to let go, ability to park yourself somewhere where you feel the safety, where you feel that presence, where you feel that aroma, when you feel that joy, when you feel that expansion of your heart, when you feel that I am with the truth. I've spoken about master, and now I'll teach you about disciple. Disciplehood is beautiful. Disciplehood is a trip. You smoke up, you drink, you have all sorts of drugs. It gives you a high, right? Disciplehood is a high when a master looks at a student and he yells, and one goes in a trip. When a master actually is angry at you and you are going into the high. He's talking bad language to you and you're going into a spiritual high. And rest, who does not know the relationship, who does not know the magic, who does not know the alchemy. I like the word alchemy too much in my talk. Alchemy is just alchemy, it's magic. It's magic. That the knower and the known knows what's happening. He's hitting me on certain points in my system where I have not grown. He's hitting me somewhere deep within, my core of my being. And he wants to expand it. He wants to elaborate it. He wants to make it very, very, very loud. And you feel that disciple is in a state of a bliss. He is sad to say, but within he is in a trip. Disciplehood is our biggest love affair. And I'm so amazed in today's world when I hear masters, teachers getting into relationship, getting into some physical, I don't know how it happens. How it happens. If it happens, if it's like once upon a time, it's like that. Then there is huge reason. But today's world is different. Gone old were my days, our days, and our teachers to just slap, kick us, yell at us. And today's time, teacher is scared of the student. So the education today has changed. It's not that the fear is one of the tools to teach. Fear is somehow very beautiful. Underneath fear lies respect, underneath fear lies, salutation, underneath fear lies so many things. But one fear is with the darkness. And one fear is going close to light and getting burnt. These are two different fears. These are two different fears. When you are afraid in the darkness, it shows ignorance. It shows complete ignorance. It shows that actually you're scared of death. There is a beautiful, my master would say a very beautiful lines about this. There are some flies. There's some flies which likes the light. And their dream is to get burnt in that light. That's disciplehood. That's disciplehood. I'll be vividly, very, very elaborately, I want many, many pockets to understand disciplehood and understand Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It's just the affair between teacher and student. That's why he says yat. Now. That affair is different. That affair is not physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, whatever the word you know. That affair is just a glimpse. Just a glimpse. Just a touch. Just a kick. Just a whack. Anything. These are not normal source of energy which we know, which our eyes can see through. They're extraterrestrial. Let me be explaining you very clear. They're extraterrestrial. They don't belong to this world. They come, do the job and go. They're extraterrestrial. And how do you search? And sometimes you get messed up. Sometimes you actually get messed up. I told you, difference between teacher and master in my last video. You get messed up with the teachers. With masters, you can't get messed up. You're hungry and he has food. You're hungry. You're desperately in, like your lips are dry. And the whole mouth has blisters. And you see some source of food. And a master looks at that dry lips and the blisters in the mouth and that painful situation where food is not even a desire, not even a need. It's the quest now. Because you must know, in this universe, in our Upanishads and Vedas, it's talked about, this universe has gone through 4 phases. How many phases? 4 phases. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar and Kali Yuga. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kali Yuga. These are phases of this human evolution. At Satyug, the prana was at the navel area. So even if people didn't eat food, you must have read stories about Indian masters, teachers, Chinese masters. I'm very close to a lot of Chinese teachers. When I was in the mountain, I used to meet a lot of them. Actually, my master used to attract a lot of Chinese people. A lot of them. A lot of them. They said they have quest, they have hunger. They are very powerful source, powerful soul, very powerful source. Very, very intense soul. They have to really be handled. Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, Kali Yuga. When I talk, sometimes I go here and there because I listen and talk. So there's always a gap between my talking. I can't help it. Listen in a way, not this language is coming. The energy source is what we seek for. We don't read books. We just meditate. We just meditate. In my life, my master taught me the first lesson is not touch books. Because it is others' information. It's others' know-how. And in this journey of truth, in this close journey of truth, it's very important to understand each journey will be different. Each and every journey has to be different. So your spiritual experience will actually not be anyone else's spiritual experience. Never. So if you read a book on Kundalini, and when you go through your Kundalini, it will be completely different. When I was a 9-year-old child and something happened on my spine and I felt sick after that, my master said, I told my master, it's hurting here and I see something, whatever. We don't disclose things. We don't. Because I want you to learn. I want you to experience. Because more information I will give on experience, you will start mentally creating it. Understand, this mind, one of the modifications of mind is illusion. Atha yoga anusasanam, and then comes yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. But I can't teach you what is chitta vritti nirodha because you have yet not understood. To understand chitta, you have to be a disciple. To understand really nirodha, you have to be a disciple. Because first you bring in discipline. And discipline is disciple, disciple is discipline. It's a journey. Now, sometimes you really get stuck with wrong teacher, not master, teacher. So there was a story. To explain you, this is a story. That one man, who's a teacher, went and told the whole village that I know the path to heaven. I know the path to heaven. So whole village got together, gave him food, gave him a house to stay. Oh my God, he knows path to heaven, because no one wants to go to heaven. Who wants to go to heaven? So his business flourished because he started selling the unknown. And no one wants to know the unknown. But one fine day, a student came and says, Master, tell me what I have to do to reach the heaven. I want to walk that path. Teacher said, okay, do like this, do like that. It went for 2 years, 3 years, but this student was so clear that I want to reach the heaven. And this man has the know-how to reach the heaven. He went on fooling him for days, months and years. After a point, because of the focus, because of the passion, because of the desperation, he said, my son, before I met you, I knew the door to heaven. I forgot. Before I met you, I knew the door to heaven. I forgot. Now, you move on. You have to be a true disciple. Whoever, whatever he is, you have to go through the grind. You have to go through that. Because you have to learn ABCD. And there are teachers profiled for ABCD. They teach you patience. They teach you hope. No one who sits on this stage can say something stupid. No one who is given a stage or a platform of a master can speak a word wrong. They read and speak. But end of spirituality is not knowledge. I've seen in India, in many parts of the world, there are people who are so knowledgeable. I really feel like outsider in front of them. They know the whole of Upanishad, the whole of Vedas, the whole of Purana, the whole of Gita, the whole of Bible, the whole of Islam, Quran, but very empty. Very empty. Understand, skin can never tell you who am I. Look can never tell you who am I. Length of my leg can never tell you who am I. What can tell you who am I? You have to be with me. You have to be a friend. You have to come to my valley. You have to completely be with me. Then situations that Almighty will put us into. And then you will know, okay, when he's scared, what does he do? When he's angry, what he does? When he's happy, what he does? And different emotions will just pop up. Beautifully pop up. And then this human gene has something very special. That's Vivek. Vivek. Vivek is the combination of manas and buddhi. Vivek is the combination of manas and buddhi. Manas is the dreamer. And buddhi is the seer. Manas is the dreamer. He likes to dream. He likes to become big. He likes to expand. Buddhi is like, how much do you have? How can you expand? So as a disciple, you should start working first with teachers, below teachers, below teachers. Your maid can be a teacher. Your mother can be a teacher. Your father can be a teacher. Your school professor can be a teacher. Your friend can be a teacher. But only if you decide to learn, not to judge. Just start learning and absorbing. And the more you absorb, more your magnetic field grows. Earth is a beautifully charged magnet. Earth is a magnet. Anything above the earth, you must know earth is a positively charged magnet. Anything above the earth is negatively charged. So a head hurts more than the leg, because leg is always in touch with the positive charge that is earth. Leg is in continuous touch. That's when yogis decided to put headstand. Change the charge. Change the whole charge of this body.